In network theorem, superposition theorem. Second is Thevenin's theorem. Third one is Norton's theorem, and last one is maximum power transfer theorem. So these four fundamental theorem will be solved in your network analysis, and these four fundamental theorems are the basic theorems that you use throughout the semester. So in today's class we will discuss about the first one, superposition theorem. So we can say that the superposition theorem states that the voltage across or current through an element in a linear circuit is the algebraic sum of the voltage across or current through that element due to each independent source acting alone. So I am writing the definition. States that the voltage across or current through an linear network, or we can say circuit, is the algebraic sum of the voltage across or current through the element, due to each independent source. So this is the definition. So from the definition it is clear that the superposition theorem states that the voltage across or current through an element means it can be a resistor, inductor or capacitor in a linear bilateral network. This is the main condition, the circuit should be linear bilateral. In case of non-linear, superposition theorem is not applicable. So in linear bilateral network or circuit is the algebraic sum of the voltage across or current through that element due to each independent source acting alone. একটা সার্কিটের মধ্যে যদি একের বেশি সোর্স থাকে দেন উই উইল অ্যাপ্লাই সুপারপজিশন থিওরেম, এবং প্রত্যেকটা সোর্সের জন্য সেই এলিমেন্টের মধ্যে দিয়ে ভোল্টেজ ড্রপ কি হচ্ছে অথবা কারেন্ট কি ফ্লো হচ্ছে সেটাকে আমরা বের করে নেব, এবং তাদের অ্যালজেব্রিক সাম হবে সেই সার্কিটের বা সেই এলিমেন্টের মধ্য দিয়ে টোটাল কারেন্ট অর টোটাল ভোল্টেজ ড্রপ. These elements are your bilateral elements. So and the basic principle of superposition theorem helps us to analyze a linear circuit. So keep it in your mind that superposition theorem is only applied for your linear circuit. For non-linear circuit, superposition theorem is not applied. So in this circuit, see, we have different arrangements of the components. The number of components in this circuit is voltage source. In this circuit, when we solve the superposition theorem, then at a time we use only a single source. So as there are two number of voltage source are there, so in case of your first voltage source V1, so when we assume V1, then V2, this voltage source will get replaced, and this will get replaced by a short circuit. So here the voltage is replaced by a short circuit, and when we are considering second voltage source V2, at that time the first voltage source V1 get replaced by a short circuit. Voltage source can be replaced by short circuit, and current sources are replaced by open circuit. If we have more than number of source, then at a time we will use only a single source, not multiple source will act simultaneously. So in case of your voltage source, when a single voltage source is used, then we can say the other remaining source will get replaced by their internal circuit. So in case of your voltage source, they get replaced by short circuit, and in current source the circuits are replaced by open circuit. A open circuit has infinite impedance, and a short circuit has zero internal impedance. So this one is very important. So this is the procedure of solving superposition theorem. So when we solve superposition theorem, we will take one example. So problem 1 is there. So see, in this problem we have two voltage sources are there. One is your 28 volt, another one is 7 volt, and three resistance are there. So now in this circuit we want to find out the current through R1. So যখন R1 এর মধ্যে দিয়ে আমরা কারেন্ট বের করব, তখন আমরা কি করব, প্রত্যেকটা সোর্সকে আমরা ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল ভাবে ধরব। সো ফার্স্ট মনে করো এখানে আমি কি করছি, এই সার্কিটটাকে কি করতে হবে, দিস সার্কিট উইল গেট রিপ্লেসড বাই শর্ট সার্কিট। সো হোয়েন উই মেক শর্ট সার্কিট, দেন দিস টার্মিনাল উইল গেট short. So now we have to find the current through R1 resistor for 28 volt. So you can apply here any types of theorem, mesh analysis, node analysis, or KCL, KVL. So see here R2 and R3, these two resistance are in parallel, and R1 resistance is in series. So let this is the node, and in this node we have a voltage V, and at this node the current is dividing into two parts. So as the current is divided and the amount of current is not same, I2 and I3 is different, because in this circuit I2 is not equals to I3, তাই না, এবং সেম কারেন্ট ফ্লো হবে না। যদিও সেম কারেন্ট ফ্লো হয়, দুটো রেজিস্ট্যান্সের ভ্যালু যদি সেম হয়েও থাকে, তাহলেও কি হবে, এই দুটো রেজিস্ট্যান্স সব সময়তেই প্যারালাল হবে। সো দেয়ারফোর the equivalent resistance is equals to R2 and R3 is in parallel. So we can say that R2 resistance is parallel with R3, and this resistance is in series with R1. This resistance is in series with R1. So plus, so the value of the resistance, let denoted by small r, means equivalent resistance, or you can write capital R EQ, that is R equivalent resistance. So 2 and 3 are, means 2 ohm resistance R2 and 1 ohm resistance R3 are parallel. So you can say 2 is parallel with 1 ohm resistance, and 4 ohm resistance is in series. Okay, 14/3 ohm resistance is the equivalent resistance. Now we have to find the total current in the circuit. So total current I, the total current 6 ampere. So now can you say that the current in this circuit, the value of the current in this circuit is 6 ampere? So we can say that the current I flowing through the 4 ohm resistance is 6 ampere. So now we have to find the current flowing through R1. So as you have told that, so find the current through R1. So again we will find the current through R1 in this diagram. So when we find the current through R1, see the current flowing from 7 volt source, and from the 7 volt source the current is divided into two parts. So that is the total current again, and this current is divided in two parts in this node. So we can say these two are R1 and R2 resistance are in parallel, but in previous case see R2 and R3 was parallel, but right now R1 and R2 is parallel. So now you will apply node analysis in this problem. So applying node analysis, so the node voltage in this equation is V. 7 minus V, or small v, 7 minus V divided by 1, that is your incoming current, means voltage by resistance is equals to your current. 7 minus V by 1 is your incoming current, is equals to outgoing currents. The value of outgoing currents is V divided by 2 and plus V divided by 4, minus V is equals to V by 2, V divided by 2 plus V divided by 4. So now again solve. So what is the value of V? So V will be V plus V by 2 plus V upon 4, that is equals to 7, or will be equals to 7 multiplied by 4 divided by 7 means 4 volt. 4 volt. So we have to find the current flowing through R1. So current flowing through R1 resistor, so 1 ampere current will flow. So now what is the resultant current? See, in the first case, therefore the I was 6 ampere, and now let that one is your I prime. So that is your I prime is equals to V by R1. Means here we can say the current 6 ampere is flowing in clockwise direction, and current 1 ampere due to source 7 volt is flowing anti-clockwise direction. Total current flowing through R1 is the, now remember the superposition theorem, is the algebraic sum of current due to individual sources. So the total current flowing through R1 is the algebraic sum of current due to individual sources. So for 28 volt the current is flowing in clockwise direction, and for 7 volt the current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. So the resultant current, total current, 5 ampere current will flow through the circuit or through the R1 resistance. So after simulation you will get the node voltage and current across the terminals. See here, so the current 5 ampere is flowing through R1 resistance. I am not going to explain the other currents, as we have found the current through 5 ampere or current through 4 ohm resistance or current through R1 resistance is equals to 5 ampere. So in this problem also we have find the total current flowing through R1 is equals to 5 ampere. So we can say our solution of the problem is right.